Hello everyone, let us start the second lecture of microwave engineering. I hope all are present there at your end. So I am presenting the syllabus again uh, to show the where I am going to discuss. Now if you see this serial number second, here there is an introduction to microwaves, then history of microwaves, microwave frequency band, application of microwaves in various fields like civil, military, medical and EMI EMC. So in today's lecture I will discuss the uh, different bands of microwaves apart from the microwave bands, which as per the universal protocol, how many types of bands available we will discuss, and then some introductory part of the microwave. So now I am going to stop this syllabus, and I will cover this serial number 2. I will try to cover this. However, I am not going to cover history of microwaves today, because for to cover this serial number 2 there is a requirement of 4 hours lecture. So let us start with the introduction to microwaves. So see the highlighted text. If you are able to grasp this highlighted text, you can understand the microwave. So first, uh, see here the range of microwave, which is universally accepted range. It starts from the VHF, that is very high frequency, to the UHF, that is ultra high frequency. So the field of radio frequency is termed as RF band, and microwave engineering generally covers the behavior of alternating current signals with frequencies. Means, uh, as I discussed earlier, we are going to apply the Maxwell equation to analyze the microwave frequency, and in Maxwell equation it is considered that it is not a constant type of voltage and current signals, it is a alternating type of signals. So we always assume that uh, whatever the electromagnetic field or magnetomagnetic field is passes through the microwave devices, passive devices or active devices, it is a fluctuating types of signal, that is called the alternating current signals, with frequency range uh, in the range of 100 megahertz to 1000 of gigahertz. As you know, 1 megahertz is termed as 10 to the power 6 hertz, as well as 1 gigahertz is 10 to the power 9 hertz. So the approx range of microwave frequency is 100 megahertz can be calculated at 10 to the power 8 hertz, and then 1000 gigahertz can be calculated at 10 to the power 12, because 1 gigahertz is equal to 10 to the power 9, so 1000 is 10 to the power 12. So RF frequencies range from very high frequency. So the band of VHF is 30 to 300 megahertz, where the range of UHF is 300 to 3000 megahertz. So the meaning of 3000 megahertz is it is 3 gigahertz. As well as sometimes we call that it is a short wavelength type of frequency. So you can understand the meaning of the meaning of long wavelength from this formula, lambda is equal to c by f. So I hope you know this formula, lambda is equal to c by f, where lambda is the wavelength and c is the light velocity and f is the frequency. So if you increase the frequency, if you work in the range of gigahertz frequency, obviously your lambda is going to be increased, lambda is going to be decreased. So here you can see that if you convert the range of microwave frequency, that is 100 megahertz to the 1000 of gigahertz. So when you put the value of 100 megahertz here, that is lambda is equal to the speed of light divided by 100 megahertz, in the range of 100 megahertz. And the second extreme point is 1000 of gigahertz. So you will find that you have a very shorter wavelength, that is in the range of centimeter or millimeter. So sometimes the microwave frequencies are referred as millimeter waves. So millimeter waves means very high frequency. So in some textbook you will see that the range of microwave frequency is given in the term of gigahertz, which is in the range of which shows the range of frequency, and in some textbook it is written as a in the term of wavelength. So do not confuse. The formula is lambda is equal to c by f. Since c is constant, so lambda is inversely proportional to frequency. As you increases the frequency, your lambda is going to be decreased. So you can say that microwave frequency is in the range for higher frequency or for the shorter wavelengths. Is it clear? This is just very simple formula, and you can expect a very simple numerical question based on lambda is equal to c by f in the introductory part of the microwave. Is it clear up to this point? Okay. Now I am going to show you the different bands, and that bands are not decided by me or not decided by you. It is universally accepted band, and it is a IEEE protocol, which is widely adopted, universally accepted bands. So the band is, I am just showing you the band, and I expect you have to draw this band in your examination, because you can expect this type of question. So I hope this band is visible to you. Now see, it is divided into different areas. So it starts from in the range of 3 into 10 to the power 5. So it is, you can say that it is approx 0.3 megahertz. This one is 0.3 megahertz. This is your 3 megahertz, 30 megahertz, then 300 megahertz, and this is your 3 gigahertz. 3 gigahertz, 30 gigahertz, and this is your 300 gigahertz. So this VHF TV range, you can see that this is long wave radio range. It is used generally used for the AM type of radio waves. So it is a long wave radio which works in the range of 0.3 megahertz. Then AM broadcast radio. AM broadcast radio, which works from 0.3 to 3 megahertz. You can convert these all range into the megahertz. If you convert in the range of megahertz and gigahertz, you can easily memorize the ranges for this, because there is nothing to remember this thing, but you have to just take some ideas about these different bands. In your examination, they may ask draw the different bands for the microwave engineering from this unit. So, and if you see at the lower side, there is a wavelength given in in meters. So it is just applying the formula lambda is equal to C by F. The value of C is equal to 3 into 10 to power 8. So when you divide 3 into 10 to power 8 divided by 3 into 10 to power 5, you will get 10 to power 3 meter. So wavelength of this long wave radio is 1000 meter, 10 to power 3 meter. Similarly, when you divide 3 into 10 to power 8 divided by 3 into 10 to power 6, it is in the range of 100 meter. Now this in the range of 10 meter. At the boundary where microwave starts, that is called the 0.3 megahertz, 0.3 gigahertz. This 3 into 10 to power 8 is 0.3 gigahertz, and the corresponding wavelength of this frequency is 1 meter. So it starts from the 1 meter and now going to be decreased, and it decreases up to the range of 10 to power minus 3, which is called the millimeter. So therefore sometimes it is called the millimeter waves. So millimeter waves roughly corresponds to the microwaves frequency. After the microwave, it started the far infrared, then infrared, and then visible light. So visible light is in the range of 3 into 10 power 14, which corresponds to the 10 to power minus 6. It means 1 micrometer wavelength. So this is the different band frequencies which is widely accepted, and you can frequently draw this diagram in your examination to make your examiner understand what are the bands before the microwaves and what are the bands after the microwave, and then how microwaves are very popular in number of applications. So if you see from here, you can take the typical frequencies. What are the typical frequencies for various types of AM broadcast band, short wave, VHF, TV, VHF, 5 to 6 channel, 7 to 13 channel, 14 to 83 channel. So these are the typical frequencies, and here you can now it's your duty. You have to remember this microwave frequencies band name, because further it is divided into some bands which are very popular. For example, the first, it starts from the L band, because you know this VHF band. VHF is 30 to 300 megahertz and UHF to 300 to 3 gigahertz. But in this range, there is again some subdivisions are there, that is called the L band. L band ranges from 1 to 2 gigahertz. S band ranges from 2 to 4 gigahertz. C band ranges from 4 to 8 gigahertz. X band, Q, K and Ka. So up to the Ka band, because Ka band operates in the range of 26 to 40 gigahertz. So you must remember these bands L, S, C, X, Q, K and Ka. It is a very funny name, Q, K, Ka. So but it is very confusing also. Q band in the range of 12 to 18, K band 18 to 26, and honestly remembering these bands are very tough task, and I am unable to remember this one because I am taking microwave lecture second time only. It is not my research field, but however you can easily understand. Uh, so, and again it is a IEEE protocol, because no one can change the Q band, no one can change the K band. It is universally accepted band. Let us suppose if you are writing in your paper, this device works in X band, it means it is well known that it will work from 8 gigahertz to the 12 gigahertz. Similarly for the Q, K and K. Now U band, V band, E band, W and F, you can ignore these bands, but for the BTech level, you have to remember this K band, L, S, C, X, Q, K and K band. Okay, it ranges from 1 gigahertz to the 40 gigahertz. Are you able to remember this?
Yes, sir.
Good. But it may be confusing, but you can do the practice. Now after that we'll talk about the uh, uh, what is the various application of microwave, and why microwave frequencies are useful for that application, and below microwave frequencies signals are not useful for the particular reason. So I am going to stop this band. I hope you can easily draw this band. This drawing this band is important. Writing the frequency range as well as the wavelength in the meter, and then you can also convince your examiner that you know very well about the range of microwaves. For convincing, you can explain the L band, S, C, X, Q, K and K band. Okay, so can I stop this band discussion here? Or any doubt? Okay. So just stop it, and then so before the application, uh, before application of microwave, uh, I want to discuss one thing more. The thing is that see, we are analyzing our uh, microwave engineering. Any suppose we are analyzing any microwave engineering network, or passive element or active elements. So there is some difficulty to analyze the things. What are the difficulties? First, uh, we cannot use the conventional network. We cannot use the conventional passive elements, conventional active elements. Conventional means you cannot use the resistor, capacitor and inductor. That is the conventional one. You can find out the resistor, capacitor, inductor in your lab. You cannot use any ICs. You cannot use the KCL and KVL, which is more familiar with you. You can easily analyze the KCL and KVL. But due to the increase in frequency, the all conventionality is going to be dumb. We cannot apply. So the analysis of microwave is a new type of field, is a new type of experience. You have to apply the Maxwell equations. As you know, Maxwell equation itself a very complicated things, and applying a Maxwell equation become it more difficult, more complicated. So what are the benefits? What are the such benefits with the microwave networks, microwave devices, which cannot be taken from the conventional things? Conventional thing means, let us assume you are making a low pass filter. So for making low pass filter, you have to use strip line, micro strip line and waveguide, which I will later discuss. But similarly, the same low pass filter can be designed by the RLC type of network. Similar, you can take the RC type of circuit and you can arrange some parallel and series combinations. You can make the low pass filter. But if you increase the frequency, that is not going to be work. So the question is, what we got benefit by increasing the frequency? And the clue is that the evolvement of microwave engineering is for the wireless applications. Where there is a wireless applications, there must be a microwave device. And what is the rough idea of wireless communication? Wireless communication means you have two stations. One is called the transmitter and other is called the receiver. Transmitter has one antenna that converts your signal into the energy, electromagnetic field energy. And similarly, at the receiver end, again there is a one antenna which receives the energy and convert it in the required information. So by the help of antennas, you can take the advantage of wireless engineering. But when you go with a lower frequency in wireless communication, you have to face various type of problems which cannot be overcome with low frequency. Means the solution is, since the analysis is difficult, since making the device is difficult, since it is the new area, but you have to go with it. Without it, you cannot operate the wireless devices. The reason is that as you decreases the frequency, can anyone some idea about what happened with the wireless communication when you decrease the frequency below the microwave? Let us suppose you are working in the range of kilohertz or some megahertz, maximum up to the megahertz, 100 kilohertz, or let us suppose 10 kilohertz, 30 kilohertz, 500 kilohertz, 1 megahertz. Then what you think, which types of problem can be occurred with the wireless communication? Have you any idea? I am waiting for your answer. I am not expecting the correct answer from your side, but just I want to see what you think. my question is that for the wireless communication, if we decrease the frequency, means we are not working in the microwave range, we are working below gigahertz, we are working below 300 megahertz, because if we decrease the frequency, the transmitter, receiver, the analysis of devices is again can be done by the KBL, KCL and the conventional thing. So the making of network, understanding of network, analyzing of network is going to be easier. But we can't go for the wireless communication. Why? Wavelength is increasing, then what happened? You are going in the correct direction. Wavelength is increasing, then what happened? Sound noise ratio, very good. By relation, yes. Then your lambda is going to be increased. Then what happened with the wireless communication? What is the relation between lambda and height of antenna? Actually, generally what happened, our size of antenna depends on the wavelength. Generally, let us suppose it is a dipole antenna or quarter wavelength antenna. So the meaning of quarter wavelength antenna is our antenna height should be lambda by 4. Got it? In some times we have to take the size of antenna is lambda by 2. Now assume that if your lambda is equal to 1000 meter, so for that case you have to design the size of antenna or height of antenna is equal to 250 meter. If the lambda is 4000, you have to make the height of antenna 100 meter, 1000 meter. 1000 meter means 1 kilometer. Is it possible to make antenna height 1 kilometer? Can you are able to install an antenna in your mobile of having height 1 kilometer? Are you able to hold a mobile which has a 1 kilometer antenna height? No. So the first reason is to make antenna height suitable to our device, we must go for the microwave ranges. Is it clear? Now the second one has replied one is replied signal to noise ratio. Very correct. As you know, because our signal is finally going to propagate into the our environment in atmospheric region. So the number of noise is going to be captured your signals. If the frequency of your signal is very less, it can be easily captured by the various noises. And if the signal of noise ratio is very less, at the receiver end your receiver antenna is not able to convert your energy into the information. Means transmitter, no doubt it is going to be receive the energy, but you are not able to decode your information lost. So if there is a loss of information, it cannot be say like communication. So communication means I have conveyed a signal, it propagates and it is decoded at the receiver end. Means if you are understanding what I want to give the message, then and thenly it is called as a communication completed. If I transmit anything, it will propagate, it will receive, but no output. It is not going to be decoded. There is a noise type of decoding. So it must be, it must not say communication, complete communication. Is it clear? Apart from this, the third reason is, again, if you increase the frequency, your data speed is going to be increased. That is called the Mbps, Gbps, megabyte per second, gigabyte per second. So again, when you uh, see the concept of digital communication, you can calculate that if your frequency is going to be increased, the bit rate, the data rate is going to be increased. So achieving a higher data rate in the range of Mbps and Gbps, we must go to the microwave, must go in the range of microwave frequency. Is it clear? Okay. So next thing is, what is the strength of your class? How many students are there in your class? I feel you are hesitating. You are not opening your microphone, neither your camera, because it is a two-way platform. You have to. Uh, yes, Ritika. What is the strength of your class? Okay, all are sleeping. Yes, sleeping. So this online platform is very bad. The students are sleeping by keeping their mobile aside. Okay, Amisa, Amisa Mundra, you are not sleeping. Open your microphone and tell me, are you sleeping or not? Okay, good. And only there is 11 people. What about Subham Singh? Subham Singh, are you there? Subham Singh?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Not sleeping.
Okay, so I told the three reasons why we use the microwave range. Can you summarize?
So,
Yes. And unmute. Second. Okay, stop your microphone. Sakshi Sarkar, tell me the second reason. Sakshi Sarkar, tell me the second reason. Unmute your microphone and tell me the second reason. I think she is sleeping. Your attendance is going to be cut. Sakshi Sarkar. No one are there. Aditi Gokhru, tell me the second reason. Third one is the data speed. Okay. Komal, second one. Komal Panwar. Oh my god. All are sleeping. चारू तिवारी, yeah, what happening here? Charu Tiwari, unmute your microphone. Priyanka Parikh, yeah, good. What are the other reason? The first one is antenna height, the second is the data speed, and third is the Priyanka Parikh. Tell me something. Yes, sir. No, sir. How are you, sir? You can tell anything. This is your class, online platform, and make it habitual because this semester is, I hope, probably this semester is going to be online platform. You have only 10 attendance here, and out of 10, 3 to 4 are sleeping. So it is very disappointing for me, as well as it made uh, non-motivational type of things. Priyanka, tell me. Yes? Avantika, Kala, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, what are the third reason?
Bandwidth.
A signal to noise ratio. Actually, our signals are going to be captured by the noise if the frequency is very low. It is in the range, not range in the microwave range. So the signal to noise ratio is going to be decreased and our information may lost.
Yes,
Actually, the online platform is new, very new platform, and we have to make it habitual. We have to make the classes friendly and two-way communications, because otherwise a number of videos, a number of YouTube lectures are available, or I can also upload YouTube lectures, but it is not like the classroom. So the substitute of offline classroom is the online classroom. Okay, so you all must be attentive. Okay, and there is no need to hesitate from me, because I am actually new teacher for you. I am taking first time your class, as well as if you are facing problem in English, or if you are facing problem to reply in English, you can reply in Hindi as well as. And if you really some problems, I can also speak in Hindi, there is no problem. So do you like to uh, Hindi or English, or some Hindi English mixed type of situation?
sir. Maybe.
Okay. So now if you search the application of yes, frequently you are lifting the class and joining the class. Is there any connection problem? Charu, are you there? Charu Tiwari? No.
Yes, sir.
Then I am asking question earlier by your name, but you are not responding.
Sir, actually, network
Okay. So the honesty award for today class, the honesty award goes to the Ritika Besno. She told I am sleeping. Okay. I'm just showing you some uh, application of microwave engineering. So here you can see that the properties of microwaves. It is written in very precise manner. Uh, you can directly write down the same thing in your examination. It is a for the BTech type of levels. So the first is microwaves are the waves that radiates electromagnetic energy with shorter wavelengths, as I explained earlier. The second, microwave are not reflected by the ionosphere. It can cross the ionosphere, so we can use the microwaves for the radar communication, for the satellite communications, and for the various defense communications. The microwave travel in a straight line and are reflected by the conducting surfaces only. So our earth is also considered as a conducting surface. So since the nature of our earth is like the curve type of things, so we can take the advantage of this reflection by as a reflection from the earth, and we can communicate the wireless thing. However, sometimes the reflection problem may occur due to the long buildings, but long buildings are not able to reflect the very lower wavelength. Means in the millimeter of wavelength, it is not reflected by the longer buildings. The second, microwaves are easily attenuated within shorter distances. The meaning of easily attenuated means since the wavelength is very short, so we can have a smaller device which can easily observe the microwaves completely. So if the college reopens for the students, then in microwave lab you can see that we have a number of devices, very small devices, that is able to uh, observe the complete this microwave frequencies. The next is microwave current can flow through a very thin layer of cable. The meaning is that you are able to make the devices at a very small area, and in that small area you can make the connection between two devices by a thin layer, and that thin layer is able to carry your microwave at very high frequency. So in your antenna lab, you can easily fabricate the micro strip lines, which are very thin lines of the copper or any conducting material, which can work in the range of gigahertz. You can take the advantage of gigahertz. So these five are the good properties of your microwaves. So this is the properties of your microwave. After the properties, these are the advantages of microwaves. So you can go one by one. The meaning is almost revolved around the three concept, that is the size of antenna, noise, and your bit rate. So if you read one by one, uh, the first one is supports larger bandwidth and hence more information is transmitted. For this reason, microwaves are used for point-to-point communications. Now there is a battle for the bandwidth, so everyone wants to know more and more bandwidth, because if you have a number of bandwidth, you can increase the bit rate. Let us suppose you have a bandwidth of uh, 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 1 megahertz in the range of gigahertz. The meaning is that, let us suppose you are allowed to work from 1 gigahertz to 1.1 gigahertz. So your bandwidth is 0.1 gigahertz. So in that you can allow your users to communicate. But if bandwidth is going to be full, you have to do the time division multiplexing. Time division multiplexing means you have to allot a same bandwidth to the number of users in time division mode. Means, let us suppose a particular frequency band is allotted to the 10 mobile users, but that is in the time division multiplexing, means that are allowed one by one. So the communication will take time, bitrate is going to be decreased. If it is in the range of if it is a frequency division multiplexing type of things, all users may interact simultaneously in a different frequency ranges. So if bandwidth is higher, we can increase the bitrate. The second is more antenna gain is possible. You can find out the antenna gain formula, where frequency and the height of antenna is a parameters which allows the making antenna gain. So you can understand the overall of meaning of antenna gain is that your antenna is now more powerful to transmit and powerful to the receive. The next is higher data rates are transmitted as the bandwidth is more. The same thing, antenna size gets reduced as the frequency are higher. Low power consumption as the signals are at the higher frequencies. Effect of fading gets reduced, that is the SNR type things. Means the effect of fading and echoes are very less on the shorter wavelength, that is the higher frequency. Provides effective relation area in the radar system. Satellite and terrestrial communication with high capacities are possible, and the low cost miniature microwave components can be developed. Effective spectrum uses the wide variety of application in all. Means actually in this notes points are increases, but some are the application. You can see here this at this point it is talking about the radar system, at this point it is talking about the satellite type of things, but you can elaborate the advantage of microwaves. However, as far as disadvantage of microwave are there, cost of equipment and installation cost is high. Means it is not a conventional type of things. You cannot buy a resistor and capacitor in 1 rupees and 50 paise. You have to give more money for the same type of network, but it will work with the high frequency. Obviously they are hefty and occupy more space. Means if you are making this equivalent network for the microwave range, it will take more space, more area. However, there is a one concept that is called the MMIC. So MMIC is now solving this problem gradually, but not more. MMIC is microwave miniature microwave integrated circuit. Means like your ICs, the black IC you can see in your digital lab, analog lab, not like that, but you can fabricate on a single wafers type of thing, on a single platform. You can integrate your number of devices. You can install the filters, you can install the different discrete devices on a single platform. So it is called the integrated circuit. So MIC are now available. If you visit our lab, we have a number of experiments based on the microwave integrated circuit. And when you compare the microwave integrated circuit with the conventional microwave test bench, you will feel that the size is decreased by 100 times. So by the evolvement of MIC, the area problem is going to be decreased, but not more like normal ICs. Electromagnetic interference occurs. Variation in dielectric property with temperature may occur because all waveguides and all devices are filled by the dielectric things, and dielectric the properties of dielectric directly depends on the temperature. So as temperature change compared to the conventional networks, the microwave networks are going to be change. The change of properties in microwave parameters are more compared to the conventional one. And then inherent inefficiency of electric power, since you are taking higher power to generate the microwave frequencies, because if you see the according to your syllabus, generating the microwave frequencies are depending on two things. The one device is called the klystron reflex. The first device is called the klystron reflex, and the second device is called the gun diode. So gun diode and reflex klystron take more power to generate the microwave frequency, and it will generates heat, and to keeping the heat maintained, we have to use one more fan apart from the test bench. So a device which is producing the heat, it means it is an inefficient device, because generation of heat is coming from the electrical power. It is the waste of electrical power. So wasting of power is there. So there is a inefficiency, means efficiency of microwave is very less compared to the conventional devices. Is it clear? Now see, the attendance is only 9. So I am going to take the 9 attendance, and the 9 attendance is Ritika, Aditi, Avantika, Subham, Amisha, Sakshi, Charu, and Jaya Sisodia. Anyone more there? And then Ritika Besno, Sakshi Sarkar, and Subham Singh. Clear? So, yes. So, total 9 students are considered as present for today. So, it is all about the today's class, the band range, advantage, disadvantage, need of microwave frequencies, properties of microwave frequencies. So properties of microwaves, advantage of microwaves, disadvantage of microwaves, different bands, and this is all about for the today lecture. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Yes. Yes. Notes. Yeah, I'll send the notes. There is no problem. Otherwise, there is a one book available in soft copy, and maximum I will take the concept from that book. That is called the D.M. Poger. The writer is D.M. Poger. So search on Google microwave engineering or microwave techniques by D.M. Poger. So you can easily find a PDF. You can download. And today I have taken the frequency band from the DM Poser. And the second, the application and advantage and disadvantage. I found one notes from the internet. If you type the introduction to microwave engineering in Google, in second and third search, you can find the same PDF. Otherwise, I will send it. There is no problem. But it is my request to all, you should present at the time because attendance is very less, as well as do not sleep, because I am wasting, if you are sleeping, it means I am wasting my time here. So whatever the suitable time, you can communicate to me. I will take as per the suitability of you and mine, but you should be attentive during the class. Is it clear? So thank you all. Now you can leave the class.
Thank you.
Who is sleeping, they may also leave the class. Amisha, Mundra, Avantika, Jaya and Ritika.